I'm Gigi Shatler, and I'm here with my friend Jody today to teach you and Jody how to paint on glass. We're doing a very simple design. I'm using DecoArt paints. These are glossy enamels that are made specifically for hard surfaces and glass and so on, and they adhere well to glass. And we're using certain brushes. The brushes that I prefer are made by Royal Langnickel Company, and we're only using several. We're using a flat brush to do the checks. We're using a round brush to do the circles for the roses, and we're using a liner brush to do detail. I've got a double-edged stylus to make the dots. The first thing we're going to start with are the checks on the bottom of the bowl, and I use my flat brush with a little bit of white at the end of the paint brush, and we're going to come straight down and then go across. We're just going to make an area that's going to be wide enough for 2 layers of checks all the way around the bottom. So now we're ready to do the roses. To begin the roses, we're going to use the red paint that's out. We're using our round brush, and we're painting the roses approximately the size of a nickel or a quarter. They do not need to be particularly round, because flowers are not necessarily particularly anyway. We're just making circles here. And in this particular case, we're putting them not in a line, but more in a pattern that is more swirly around the whole bowl. Next, we're going to baste in our leaves with the medium green, and this is using the flat brush once again. You're going to place the brush in the green and then turn it as you come out from the flower. Start it from the side of the flower and just go all the way around. Next, with the flat brush, we're going to add some black checks, and the easiest way that I can explain how to make the checks is with this flat brush. You're going to put one stroke down and carry the next stroke over as wide as your brush is to leave the white vacant. And this will be done all the way around, and you will meet up at the other side, and they should come out together evenly if you keep your brush strokes equal distance for the width of the brush. Alright, we're switching brushes to our liner brush, and we're using the darkest green color, and we are filling the liner brush and swirling it to a point, and we're starting from the flower and we're coming on the leaf in the center. It can be curved or not, and you're going to bring it all the way out to the end of each leaf, all the way around. The next is that we're going to make a throat of the flower by using the darkest red, which is a burgundy color. Sometimes we need to add a little bit of black to it to make it darker, but for the time being we'll use the round brush, and we'll put a dot in the center of all of the roses. Next, we're adding the dark strokes along the roses, so it's the same dark burgundy color, and in a circular motion on each rose, a couple of lines, and this will be using your either your liner brush or your round brush. Next, with the roses, we're using lighter pinks. We have 2 light pinks, and we're coming around the edges, just giving the rose petals more definition. Also, using a liner brush or a very small round brush, we're using our second color of green, which is the first light color. There are 2 light colors of green, and each stroke goes on one side of the leaf all the way around until you've completed all the leaves. Alright, your last green is the brightest green, and you're starting from the tip of the leaf and you're coming down to the edge of the flower. To complete the rose, we're going to go back with our liner brush into the original red, and wherever the rose touches a leaf, make sure that your rose is on top of the leaf and that the leaf doesn't come over the top of the rose. So with your liner brush, just basically go where the leaf is and put red on the outside. Doesn't have to go all the way around. To clean up the edge of where the checks are, I have taken my liner brush and that original red, and I've gone all the way around the outside of the checks. And using your stylus and the yellow paint, we're picking up paint to just do several dots in the center of each rose. Alright, our final step in this project is putting our metallic gold. This you'll be using your stylus, and you will be picking up dots and putting them just between the checked area and the rose area in the bottom area of the glass bowl. Okay, so we're finished with our bowl, and as you can see, it's completely finished here. Now all we have to do is do the permanency of it by putting it in the oven to heat set the paint. And that's a very easy process of simply putting your bowl in the oven, turning on the oven to 350 degrees, then setting your timer and leaving it for 30 minutes. And when the timer goes off, just turn off the oven and let it cool down. Do not remove the item until it has cooled down to the touch. And I think you've done a great job. I hope you've had fun.
Oh yeah, I love it. Thank you.
So it's been a fun project, and I appreciate you all listening, and I hope you can do another one on your own. Thanks.